Hello, good morning. What are we on? I don't know what the date is. It's March something. Let's have a look. I've channeled my Midwestern dungaree look just for you. Actually, it's very comfortable. It's Thursday the 25th of March 2021. Nice pocket that. Well, it's a bit chilly though this morning, and I think the clouds starting to come over. So what's on today? I'll tell you what's on today. We're going to be gardening, in particular the grass, the lawn here. It's generally pretty good, but I've always wondered this time of year in the spring whether I ought to scratch away all the old grass and so on. It's called scarifying. I'm going to say scarifying, whatever. And I've never had a proper machine like a lawnmower to scratch away at the surface of the lawn and scratch up all the old grass. Here's the exciting part. I've got one on order and it's coming today. So that will scratch away just below the surface of the grass and pull up all the old grass and the moss as well. Let me just show you how bad this is. There's hardly any grass, it's just moss. And that's what's got to be sorted out. And one way of doing it is to scratch away all the old stuff, possibly put some sympathetic fertilizer on, and it'll be good. Well, this is nice. The sun's come out for a moment. I think it's going to be half and half in a bit still. Let me just show you the vegetable area. Over here under these cloches I've put some parsnip in, and it can be a bit dodgy getting the parsnip to germinate, so it's reasonably warm, but those will help. With a bit of luck they'll come up. They were good last year, really good. And next to this I've got some beetroot, and then some space here for things. I might do some cut flowers and chives in the corner. And over here we've got the strawberries, which they need a bit of attention still. I've got to do some more weeding on them. And then at the back here I've got blackberries, which I've cut back a lot actually, but they were getting a little bit out of hand. I could also point out down in this corner over on the left there's a gooseberry bush there and another one here, and they've done quite well actually. I had some loganberries at the back here which are still going okay, but I've tried to move them over here. We'll see if they thrive. Not sure they will yet. Well, in the greenhouse here the temperature at the moment is 15 degrees, which is not too bad. So what I've bought is here a mat. Here it is, and this mat is a heating mat. It's a very simple one, cost about actually about £18, but it's goes right back here. You can plug it in and it keeps nice and warm, and that will help germinate the seeds. These are sweet peas in here. Back here I've got petunias, but they've not come through yet. Having said that, if I'm sounding a bit optimistic, look, cosmos, and they popped up nicely just in a few days. I've got some other seeds here, some basil. Some people call it basil. I don't think it's correct. Chives, which I put in the garden down there. Some poppy seeds that I saved from last year. And yeah, so I'm going to be keen to get those going. In the greenhouse here, I will also try and grow, and been successful in the past too, tomatoes and also cucumber. I don't know whether it's going to be the small cucumbers or the big ones. And I certainly bringing on some more flowers. These pots I've got, this one for instance, a beautiful shape pot from a pottery in Warwickshire, right at the southern tip of the county, and they make them there. They are absolutely superb, lovely. I really like a ceramic pot. The plastic ones are okay just for starting things off, but to put the plants on display. Pots are great because once the flowers are in bloom, you can move them out and put them out in the garden. In fact, let me just show you the one I put over here. It's got hyacinths in it. Right, I'm waiting for the scarifier to turn up. That is a message to say I can pick it up from around the corner. It's been delivered by Aldi, actually, the supermarket people. It's the only people that had them. All the other major suppliers, the DIY stores and the gardening centres, they don't seem to have them at the moment. It's the only place I could find one, and it should be with me today. So I'm waiting anxiously, excitedly for notification that my scarifier is here. It's funny, when I think it's with this lockdown, little things like something being delivered, it's like a mini Christmas. It's quite good fun. I did get this the other day, look. I'm pleased to have a lawn rake. Never had a proper lawn rake before. Maybe it does the job, but once you scarify and it pulls up all the grass, you need a good rake to pick it up. So lawn rake, lovely. I'll tell you what I'd like to show you. The bird boxes that I put in the garden. I have a number of them. I am a member of the RSPB, the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. I get a nice magazine periodically, and I've always been a keen bird watcher right from when I was a teenager. And so one thing that you can do in the garden is to provide not only nest boxes, but areas where the birds would be happy to feed. And you can see I feed the birds quite a lot, and shelter. And in fact, once I scarify the lawn, apparently all the moss that gets thrown up, it's good to leave some of that around for them to take that to build their nests with. But I've got a number of nest boxes popped around the place. Let me show you. Here's one just right next to me. Look, it's been nibbled at by somebody, but you need a small hole for some birds like blue tits. One of the main threats to the birds when they look for safety in the nest is that it's not overlooked, and that magpies in particular can't get in and steal the chicks and or the eggs. So if it's a very small hole, they'll feel secure in that. And also then just to hide the box away somewhere. And over here I've got one hidden away in this spring clematis here. See it just there? Here it is. And this one's open fronted, which apparently robins quite like. But if we hide it away a little bit like this, it's more encouraging to go in there. Likewise, there's another one down here. Same design with an open front, and I do believe there's some robins looking to go in here already. And it's over. See, down as I get further down the garden, I've got the vegetable plot, which is not attractive to look at, and the flowers mostly up there, the strawberries down here. But in this corner I've left it to go a little bit wild. So I've got here a pile of logs and all this loose material here, keeping it reasonably tidy. But this is great, I think, for the wildlife, for the birds and so on. And this bush gone a little bit awry, but that's good because I'm going to leave it like that. I'll just show you around the back. You can see I've got this nest box in there as well, and it's got some material in it, and I think there was a bird going in and out, but we'll see. I've also put one up here, a little shelf nest box there. It's certainly a rustic one in the tree here, and another one in this tree. This one is frequently used by blue tits. Right, well, the next thing that's going to happen, did I mention I've got a scarifier coming? Yeah, let's wait for that to turn up and then we'll get on with the lawn. Well, good morning. I say good morning because the Scarifier finally turned up at the local pickup point at about tea time, 6 o'clock, half 6. So by the time I got it back, I put it together, took it out of the box and put it together by the light of the silvery moon, to be honest. So I couldn't use it last night. So this morning in merry old England it is showery. There's a blue sky, but a bit of quite a chilly breeze actually, and some showers coming along. So between the showers, I think I'm okay to use my Scarifier. Do you want to have a closer look? Here you go. I will of course never turn any machine like this upside down without being unplugged, so it is unplugged. But it's got this set of teeth at the bottom which pull out the grass from the top surface to scratch it out really, which is what we want. And I have to say I am pretty impressed with the build quality of it. I bought it via Aldi supermarket. It's the only place that had them. Everywhere else seemed to not supply them, or have them in stock at least. It's made in China, which most things are, but I think it's of German origin. It has that sort of quality feel about it. So for what was $69.99, 70 quid to you and me, I think that's pretty good, and you don't need to use it that often, sort of springtime and autumn. So never used it on this lawn before, so it'll be very interesting to see how it goes. So let's have a go. So far so good. The bag at the back, the catcher of all the stuff, seems to drop it in places, which is not too bad actually. It means it's collected up a little bit and I didn't need to stop. But now the next thing to do is collect all that off and then go another traverse, not completely at right angles but at a slight angle. So the man said anyway. Wheelbarrow and a grass picker upper. This is the grass picker upper, and it's very efficient too. If there was ever a homemade tool that works well, oh, it's this fella. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of wood. 6 pieces of wood, you're done. Just got to get this down to the compost and then do the front. But I've got to be quick. I think the showers are coming. I hear somebody say, why not use it as a mulch? Put it on the ground to keep the weeds down around the bottom of the cherry tree. And I'm thinking, thank you, good idea, I'll do that. Spread it out a little bit. And now the same in the front garden. Before it rains, it's getting dark already with the clouds. I could come and show you exactly the same thing in the front garden, but that doesn't make for a captivating viewing, does it? No. So trust me, do the same out the front. Have you ever wondered why England's such a green and pleasant land? One is the rain, and secondly, it's just pleasant. So anyway, that's interesting. I've not scarified my grass before, and I should have probably a long time ago. I've given it a poke around with a fork, but it's hard work, and a bit of a going over with a rake, but nothing like that. That's brilliant. That machine, I think it's going to do the job really well. So don't look at the grass now and say, oh look, that looks fantastic. What I've got to do now is leave it for a bit and let it settle down, and possibly put some fertiliser on it. I think the man from Northern Ireland, who was brilliant, professional lawn care man, said that he uses iron sulphate, I think it is. He just called it iron, put the iron on. Yeah, so in a few weeks' time, I think it will have picked up, hopefully, and look pretty good. So, yeah, let's see how we go, eh? Oh well, there you go. We'll meet again next time. I don't know what I'll be doing. Who knows? Let's wait and see. Okay, bye-bye.